working as a staffer in the school, as a teacher in the school, all of like the ins and outs and everything that was happening in there. Right. And so I'm like, I had kind of like the inside scoop of like how it was actually working and how all of the processes were happening. And I didn't want to put my kids in that position where I knew that they were going to have such an anxiety-ridden education.
Sun is coming up, are you ready to go? We can take a ride, we can take it slow. Yeah.
Audrey, welcome to the show. I'm so happy to have you here.
I'm so thrilled to be here.
I mean, it's a dream come true for both of us.
I agree. I agree completely with this statement. Sure.
So, if you didn't know, my personal beliefs around self-love is that self-love is a devotion to your individuality. It's operating from a place of just doing what makes you happy and kind of not compromising that. And that's why I'm so excited to have you on the show. But before we hop into all of the juicy conversation we're going to have, I'm curious, like, what makes you you? What are you excited about to show up every single day? And how do you want the people to know you? Like, introduce yourself.
Oh my God, introduce myself? Well, so I'm Audrey. I am an artist, and I believe completely and 100% loving every aspect of yourself and everything that comes along with that. That includes like giving yourself grace in the moments when like despair is where your identity is currently at that time, or anything else that comes along with it. And just like go with the ebb and flow of what life is. Because I find so much beauty in being able to explore the depths of like, and all of the layers that come along with being a human.
So a few months ago, TikTok served a video of you to me, and I watched it and I was like, okay, I need to have this amazing human on my show. And also, you know, it was really inspiring, and it's a message that really resonates deeply with me because I remember when I was at a place where it was like either take the leap into what you love or continue drowning in this feeling of, I don't really feel fulfilled. Can you like walk me through that origin story of you taking the leap and what happened and all that jazz?
I mean, do you want the drama? Like, that's what we want. We want like the whole drama of it. Oh my God. Okay.
I mean, we love drama on the road to self-love.
Then perfect. Then I fit in perfectly. I like this. So basically what it was, I mean, I've been doing my art for, gosh, I don't know, like 5 years, essentially is what it was. But it was always just like, I'll just do it whenever. You know what I mean? I'll put it here. I'll do it there. I'll go to market. Sometimes I'll sell it, maybe, baby. Right. But it was always like in the back of my head of like, wouldn't this be fantastic if like this could be what I am? And this could make me money in the process of me doing that. And then like, what if I like, could be like successful at that? Right. But I always put it off because it was scary as hell, like to like put yourself out there and be like, I'm going to be this. So I had this job, right? Like we all do. We all have like our day jobs and stuff. And I worked at an elementary school, and I did for the same amount of time that I was like pursuing art. And I loved it, and it was great, and I enjoyed it, and I had such a great time with the kids, and it was so much fun. And like, I was essentially like a computer teacher where I would teach the kids how to code, and I would teach them about keyboarding, and we talked about life, and it was just a great experience. And I was able to like teach them from kindergarten to 6th grade. Like that was like the grade level that I was teaching. And then COVID happened, right? And I had to make a decision with like my own kids. I have 3 beautiful children who are fantastic and I love to death. And I had to make a choice for them. Like I had to say, do I put them in a situation where they are exposed and dealing with all of the things that COVID has to come to? Because I knew working as a staffer in the school, as a teacher in the school, all of like the ins and outs and everything that was happening in there, right?
Oh, I am picking up what you are putting down.
Yeah.
I think that so many people listening to this, like hearing that story, like if I can just like kind of resonate and mirror what you said, like
Sure.
Your dreams are yours for a reason, and they're not meant to be put on the back burner. And it is going to be terrifying. It's going to be so scary. And something interesting that you said was that when you got the big deal, that really scared you. Can you like share more about that?
Oh my God. Yeah. Because then I'm obligated. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm obligated to actually put in the effort and the time and the energy to give them what I said that I would. It's easy to talk all day long. Oh my God, I'm so great. Oh my God, my art is so great. I'm just great. I'm going to be the new. It's easy to say all of those things all of the time, right? One day it's always like, oh, well, one day I'm going to be successful. Well, one day I'm going to have my artwork in a gallery, or one day I'm going to have this, right? Easy to always have the one days, but to actually to go after that and take action towards that and have somebody say, yeah, I think I really want you to do that. That's when it gets scary for me, because then it's like a reality. Oh shit. Like the one day is like right here and this moment now. And I have to then like step up to that or run away from that. And I'm very good about running away about things. Like that's so simple to do that. Right. Mm-hmm. But to continue to go through with the process and continue to work with this company, that's what scares me on an everyday basis.
It's really interesting too, like journeying back to your story. Like I've had other people on this show who have gone through the same thing. Like they've spoken their truth, mm-hmm. shown up as their most authentic self, and been punished by their job because of it. Yeah. But like now they're these like huge success stories, or just like really living the dream that they always had for themselves. And I think that sometimes these types of things have to happen for mm-hmm. us, right? Yeah. It's always happening for us, not to us. And what do you think was like, because I know that a lot of people are going to be listening to this and being like, oh, I wish that I could just be like Audrey. I wish that I could just do it. Like, mm-hmm. what would you say to that?
The simplest thing that I can say to you is that you have to be willing to be open to exploring what it would look like if you failed. Right. And how I do that is I think of like the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario for me in that position, when I had that opportunity to do, to say my truth to my job, right? To say, no, fuck this, like you're being this way to me. I had to make the decision on there. Okay, the worst case scenario in this situation is I will be fired.
So we've hit to the point where I think it's time to play our first road trip game.
Okay.
I love to play We're Not Really Strangers here on the road. And basically it's just a deck of cards that I pull a random question from, and we're both going to answer this question. Okay. And I'm really excited to hear your answer for this. Finish the sentence. I want to give myself permission to feel blank. What's getting in the way of that?
Something that I want to give my permission to feel would be sexy.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. What is getting in the way of it is the society standards of what sexy means as a woman. And I would think, or as a person that identifies as a woman, I would think for me, that would be, I mean, if we're like, I'm a plus size, good looking, chunky dolly.
Goddess.
Love it. But there's been, definitely things. I just went on a retreat where we celebrated, and it was a writing retreat, and where we celebrated, like each other's bodies, and the way that we just like, we got into a freaking lake and we just allowed ourselves to be in it. Like I got photographed like in this red dress or whatever. And then the red dress was just no longer. And I enjoyed the ability to be able to have movement and being able to see what it would be like to be just comfortable 100% in the body that I was given. And that can be a sexy thing. And it doesn't have to be beautied up. Right. And doesn't have to have like all of the jewels and all of the things to make me feel like that I am beautiful, that I could have it just all natural.
I love this. And I'm just like, oh, you're just so, I think that you are so sexy. So I love your energy. I love just like how you show up and the way you've been sharing yourself so vulnerably. Like that is true ultimate sexiness for me. So you've got one fan over here who thinks that you are.
It's a good one too. I really enjoy it. So it's great. I understand why your fuckboy things go off because you said it, and now I get it. Now it's totally understandable.
I just said it. Oh, man. Well, I would now love to play the game that I play with everyone on the road. We are going to play Fuck, Marry, Kill, but we're not going to play it with humans or people because we do not have time for a PR scandal on the road to self-love. We are going to play Fuck, Marry, Kill with objects, things, feelings, emotions. So Fuck, Marry, Kill, your artwork, like the drawing artwork, the written word, or TikTok.
So it's my artwork, my writing, and then TikTok. Okay.
Yeah, just like sharing. How about we'll do sharing on social media?
Okay, sharing. I would. God, it's hard.
I like to make it really hard.
Oh my God. I would fuck sharing. I would all every day, all day long. Like TikTok is my jam. I would share till I cannot share anymore. That's juicy to me. I would marry my writing. I would marry it, and I would love it completely forever. And so I would have to kill my art, I guess.
Well, I just have a couple of more questions for you.
Sure.
I would love to know, what does self-love mean to you?
Self-love is being unashamed for who you were born to be, and not to allow others' ideals and others' projections affect the way that you choose to live your life. And that could be where in this moment now you choose to live this certain way. And then maybe months down the line, you choose to live a different certain way. And that what everybody else has to say has nothing to do with the way that you choose to feel about yourself in that moment. And to give yourself grace in the growing of that. That's what I would say self-love is.
Thank you for that. That's so beautiful. I love that definition. Ooh, so juicy. Well, this has been such a joy and pleasure, and I'm so grateful for you making the time to join me on the road. Where can people find you if they're #obsessed with you and need to see all of your sharing and get down with that?
I mean, first of all, you should be obsessed with me because I'm fabulous. Like I feel like
FABOLOUS. Yes.
That's right. Which is why I bring that into, because you can find me at Hey Be Fab, like Hey Be Fabulous. So heybefab.com. Anything social, except I don't do Twitter. So I'm not there. But like TikTok is my jam. Instagram stories are the best. You'll get to know me completely if you're ever on there. And then my website, heybefab.com. That's where you can find me.
Thank you so much for joining us on the road to self-love. Everyone listening, make sure to go follow Audrey wherever your heart desires. And hey, be fab. You've got this. And we'll see you next time on the road to self-love. Bye.
Bye, everybody. See you.